Soccer dynamo who gave his sick dad a real lift.
This is National 9 News with Joe Hall.
Good evening. A super mum with nerves of steel today etched her place in the MCG's rich history. The nation cheered as defending champion Karen McCann held on to win the marathon on a day when teammate Kate Smythe simply refused to give up. Tony Jones watched it all unfold and joins me now. Good evening, Tony.
Yes, good evening, Joe. Thanks very much for that. There were 76,000 here at the MCG today, and I doubt anyone could remember an occasion quite like this one. The stadium became a, well, if you like, a cauldron of sheer emotion when Karen McCann entered, the reception willing her right on to the finish line. Wayne Dyer with more.
What a roar!
It was a thunder more deafening than any that had ever rocked the MCG.
2:50 to go in the marathon, head to head.
Karen McCann heard it, felt it, responded to it and roared to victory.
McCann defends her title and goes back-to-back and wins the gold.
42 kilometres earlier, the Australian had started burdened with the mantle of favouritism. She soon asserted her class, but wasn't alone.
There's quite an enthralling duel between these three.
A course lined with supporters, including her own athletics teammates, the defending champion duelled with Kenya's Helen Cherono-Kosgei. After double victory in the triathlon yesterday, Melburnians again turned out in the autumn sunshine, hoping once again as the race progressed for another dose of local gold on the city streets. As the leading pair neared the MCG, a stressed McCann confessed to consoling herself with thought.
In that stadium and something took over my body. The crowd just roared, and that wasn't me running that last 300 metres.
Sweeter than her Manchester win, she shared the golden moment with family, otherwise known as Team McCann. How proud are you, Mum?
It's definitely the peak of my career, and I can't ever imagine doing anything better than this. I'm almost at the end of my career, and I really wanted to finish on a high.
Just finishing was a victory for Kate Smythe, staggering to 7th place, the high drama of the marathon again revealing the power of spirit to conquer a body that had spent everything.
On the line, the crowd left to try and bring her home.
She was rushed onto an intravenous drip and later recovered.
I don't cry after a race very often, but the tears were starting to come down the cheek, as I'm sure most of the stadium were. That was one of the most incredible and inspirational, gutsy, whatever you want to call it, performances I've seen.
No less courageous, our men, finishing in 4th, 5th and 7th, bloodied but not bowed.
You got to keep going, you're not going to stop. What do you do?
Wayne Dyer, National 9 News.
Amazing stuff.